So every time from a startup when you become a unicorn, the risk dramatically changes, it evolves, right? And hence you have to be in an evolution phase of your risk management practices as well, right? SMEs can start themselves by identifying the key risk problem statement that they have in hand, which is pertaining to financial, operational, reputational loss, strategic, or something like cyber, which is now the key word, the key buzzword. We have given them a lot of consultation, and a risk practice that they've adapted has really helped them in predictive, risk management, which ultimately saved crores of rupees for them as an organization, which at the end of the day has added a lot of things in the profitability of the organization as a whole.
Welcome back to IL Cafe Season 2, The Strategy Brew. I am Khushbu Agarwal, your host for this 4th episode. In our previous episodes, we've gained a comprehensive understanding of business risks, the key risk terminologies that are used across various regions, and effective strategies for risk management. In this episode, we'll explore how risks are assessed for mid-sized companies and why it is critical for them to prepare for emerging risks, at the same time enabling themselves to lead the way. Today, we have with us Mr. Faiz Ahmad, National Head of SME Agency at ICICI Lombard. Welcome, Faiz.
Thank you.
Faiz is an industry expert with over 20 years of experience in the insurance sector. Faiz considers himself our distribution evangelist dedicated to empowering insurance advisors and brokers. He is passionate about unlocking the full potential of retail and SME markets within the industry. I am certain that Mr. Faiz will offer valuable insights during today's discussion, enhancing our understanding of risk in the SME segment. Welcome, Faiz.
Thank you so much, Khushbu, for calling me here. I'm really honored and pleasure. I'm sure we will have a lot of insights today in the discussion that we will originate for.
So, Faiz, we see that mid-sized businesses often face the challenge of balancing daily operations with growth, which can sometimes lead to risk management being deprioritized. So, as per you, how can mid-sized companies better integrate risk management into their business strategy while managing competing priorities?
Absolutely right. If you ask me, mid-sized companies have a very unique set of challenges. A number of times these companies juggle between managing their daily operations, priorities, and business models, right? So it's quite natural at the companies of these size, to have a deprioritization of risk management practice on the ground, and that's being not the top priority in their mind, to take it ahead. However, having said that, what we are seeing in the recent year is a tectonic shift happening. Government, especially in countries like India, in our side of a company country, we started to put a lot of emphasis on the business to formalize their risk management practices. For example, now the government has introduced a risk management committee for the top 1,000 listed companies, right? They're also planning to extend this further for 2,000 listed companies. It's a very, very positive step moving forward, right? Embracing step for the overall companies for the matter of mid-sized business model. We have a very, unique kind of blend available in the country, which is manufacturing, service-oriented industries, transportation segment as a whole, and stuff like that. And hence, the challenges are also very, very unique of a particular size of a company. And they kind of challenges related to logistic, now evolving cyber risks in the country, environmental disruptions, employee-related risks. So now, obviously, I'm very, very optimistic about it that these companies will also find themselves, and realize the importance of risk management practices, which will help them not only in developing their business models, but sustaining it for a very long time.
You're absolutely right. It is encouraging to see that government prioritizing structured risk management as formalizing these practices can help mitigate risks and unlock growth opportunities. So as of December 26, 2024, over 5.7 crore MSMEs are registered on the Udyam registration portal and Udyam Assist platform, showcasing the vibrancy and the growth of this sector. as given that micro enterprises make about 98% of these registrations, we know with small businesses having about 10 lakhs and medium-sized businesses approximately about 1 lakh, how can formalizing risk management practices help these smaller businesses overcome challenges and drive growth? Considering this, how would you evaluate the current state of risk management practices amongst micro, small, and medium enterprises, and what steps can they take to enhance their strategies moving forward?
I think very interesting question. I'll just try to address this in a few lines. So, implementation of risk management practices amongst MSMEs and SMEs often is very inconsistent. So, if you honestly ask me, largely the reason is they have a resource limitation. There's a lack of awareness, and most importantly, the order of priority in which it is defined, it is lacking, right? And that is the prime reason why it doesn't happen, right? While large enterprises can still afford to have a dedicated risk management team, but often, if you honestly ask me, MSMEs only rely informally or on the reactive measures of managing risk, right? Just give you a bit of idea on categories. There are three prime categories on MSME side, right? So micro enterprises generally have a very informal approach towards the risk management, focusing mainly on concerns like cash management, cash flows, daily facing issues like supply chain management, supply chain disruptions, and a little attention to the long-term, risk.
Okay.
The second categories is SMEs, which is small and medium enterprises. They have some awareness of the risk, like taking insurance, following some safety protocols, and but they also often lack the formal structured program on the risk management. Now moving to the third category, very interestingly, which is medium-sized enterprise, which is slightly better of the lot amongst the three that we are discussing about. They also have a constraint on the resources, which the large company doesn't have it. But typically, they adopt a more better off structured management program practices, including risk identification, assessment, mitigation, and then transfer of risk to the insurance companies. They also don't have a dedicated team, but at least they are, the better of the lot. They have a slightly better understanding on the risk management.
Okay.
Now, addressing to the second question of yours. So SMEs can start themselves by identifying the key risk problem statement that they have in hand, which is pertaining to financial, operational, reputational risk, strategic, or something like cyber, which is now the key word, the key buzzword that everybody is now, facing. So this can be done by brainstorming. There are risk tools available in the market today, when you can also engage with the risk advisors. The entire ecosystem consists of risk advisors, which also comes to you and give you a decent advice on the risk management practices. After identifying the risk, what is the second step that we have in hand? One can implement simply, baby steps or mitigation techniques, strategies, securing themselves on the risk side, and appropriate insurance coverages to, safeguard you against any ad hoc, problem statement coming. Third, fostering a, risk awareness culture in the organization is of, utmost importance. And this is really led by examples. And if I honestly tell you, the promoters or the top people of the management, if they start taking this as a very conscious approach and a very, structured approach, and they lead by example, showing the organization how important and critical these aspects are, then I'm sure the entire organization will fall into the same bracket, and this will become an organization culture rather than an individual priority. Those are the three things I just wanted to tell my people about it.
Okay, well, that was a fantastic overview of how MSME can upscale in the competitive market through a well-structured risk management strategy. Now, as we all know, all companies start micro or small enterprises, but eventually grow into larger organizations. An important factor in this growth often lies in their approach to risk management. Can you share a recent example of a company that successfully transitioned from a small or medium enterprise into a larger one, driven by the implementation of an effective risk management strategy?
Yeah, I think very interesting question, especially in the context of what the government and our economy is now going through. So I have many such examples to give you, but I'll, in the paucity of time, try to just give you a context about it. So there are multiple such companies of size, because India is a hub for startups. If you look at the startups, the way they are becoming unicorns now, right? I can't name the company, but obviously you've witnessed a food aggregator, right? Everybody knows that name, right? How they've started from a small team size of, let's say, 10, 15, 20 people, and now they have 10,000 people in the company, right? So every time from a startup, when you become a unicorn, the risk dramatically changes. It evolves, right? And hence you have to be in an evolution phase of your risk management practices as well, right? So I'll give you an example of one company typically, wherein initially they have a severe supply chain disruption happening due to the change in the political, geopolitical situations in the world, right? You all witnessed Russia and Ukraine and, Red Sea and all those things, right? Now, all these tensions finally were, boiling down in their overall kind of business model, right? How they've invested in the risk management practices and they've really diversified the supplier base, which is a, contingency plan for them. And this has really helped them in, doing the business models rolling out. Now, I'll give you an example of second company. How, adapting the risk management technology and the entire technique has helped them in saving a lot of money for the organization, right? So it's a large logistic provider in the country who was typically facing a lot of challenges in the hijacks happening in the business that they operate for, right? We have given them a lot of consultation, and a risk practice that they've adapted has really helped them in predictive, risk management, which ultimately saved crores of rupees for them as an organization, which at the end of the day has added a lot of things in the profitability of the organization as a whole. This is the second example. One last example I'll give you for a product, which is, there was a very huge devastating fire in the organization in the country. It's a big manufacturing setup, a renowned name in the, ecosystem. They had a huge fire in the premise. The entire factory got gutted, right? And it was there to shut shop for a very long time. What they typically did, they had a beautiful program on the risk management side, followed by a risk transfer, which was insurance program structured by the organization, of course, right? It really helped them, right, to build the factory from scratch, point A. Also, the revenue that they were supposed to get lost in those particular, time frame till the time the factory was reinstated, right? It was taken care by us as our organization because they had those programs in the way designed. So these are a couple of examples wherein probably you can have a peace of mind. I always advise people to adapt practices in the organization which help you to focus on your core and not on something which is not your job. Allow us to do that as an organization or as a risk management expert, and that really helps the businesses to grow and flourish like anything in the country.
Oh, that was quite interesting, Faiz. So, on that note, could you summarize what, for our viewers, what would you say are the top 3 lessons that these case studies have given to the industry? And, when it comes to industry-specific challenges, boosting operational efficiency and preparing for unexpected risks?
So I think the answer is in the question itself. Should I try to give a summarized version of all the things that we discussed? So first, it is most important for all the organization of whether medium, micro or SME to be risk aware, right? The first keyword is awareness. You should be well aware of the risk that you are talking about, correct? The second, I will say, put it in a priority order. Honestly, as of now, if you ask me, it is the least priority of organization of any stature, and which is quite natural. There is no offense against anything. It's pretty natural. But then if you keep the priority order defined and is in the top priority order, I'm sure the organizations will gain a lot of value addition. Third, I'll say lead by example. Right? The top management should feel the importance of this as a risk management expert, right? And rope in experts to get this done rather than doing at your own end. So these are the couple of, highlights I just wanted to summarize. And I can give you the last, closing statement for it. If you implement the risk management strategies right in place with execution, you will never have to worry about your businesses and you will focus on core and rather than worrying on your, ad hoc things.
I think that's a great, takeaway for all of us. Thank you so much, Faiz, for, your time today and this insightful conversation. Now, I'm sure our viewers here today must have taken some actionable insights at their end for execution. As for me, I definitely can say I've learned a lot.
So thank you so much. And again, it's a pleasure being here with you and addressing the core problem statements of the industry as a whole. Thanks a lot for inviting me today. And one thing, I'll summarize for the entire set of listeners who are listening to the entire podcast today. Be indulged in a proactive risk management practices, and trust me, This is going to be a long way for you in your business model to succeed and flourish. All the very best.
Thank you, Faiz. I would like to extend my gratitude to all our viewers for joining us in this 4th episode of the Strategy Brew. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your network, and join us for the next episode as we continue to achieve ways to achieve business success.